and welcome back. We are here with round number 7 of the 8-round regional. It's been an insane day, and I mean, I look at time, we're really flying through the rounds here. It's been really good. Now, we're going to have a little bit of time until the play set, because they're just shuffling their decks up now, getting ready, and just deciding who goes first. So, a couple of quick things. This is an 8-round event, so we've only got one more after this. And as it's a regional, there is no top cut, it's just the Swiss rounds. I noticed in the chat some guys were asking after a certain player, and let's be honest, we were going to make sure he was on at some point. He was going to make it to the latter rounds, and that is Tom Rose.
Tom is UK national champion.
Yep, YCS winner. Always playing the deck. He just seems to reinvent it every time, and it astounds me. And then we have Leon Dowe-Ranger. So we'll talk about the decks in a second. But really interesting matchup here, and really coming on with the whole side of using older cards as well, and reinventing them. So we'll come on to you for that one, actually, about their decks.
So Thomas Rose, very famous for playing a lot of Burning Abyss. He did have a brief stint, UK Open 2, he was playing Invoked 60 card. It was dark times for Tom. But yeah, so he's on BA for this event.
Of course.
He was on BA for the last 2 YCSs, which he is top 32 to the last 2 in Europe. Leon is playing Mech Knight Invoked. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing 2 decks which are both aiming to go second, and punish decks for not building strong boards.
A really high hand trap count as well, I think.
Yeah, so the Leon's list is playing hand traps. He's playing Ash Blossom, he's playing Droll and Lockbird, he's playing Infinite Impermanence. All of these cards interact well with that deck. Droll and Lockbird's there for the Danger Dark World decks. Ash Blossom is just generically strong, and Impermanence, you can use it or you can set it to summon a Mech Knight. Tom, on the other hand, is deciding he doesn't need hand traps. So he is playing cards like Kaijus so that he just breaks boards that are built. He's saying, game 1, if you're playing Dark World, Danger, FTK, that's fine. I'll take the loss. And
unless he's playing Noble Knight, in which case he may come back.
Unless he rolls really good. And sometimes you roll good and you just win that matchup and they just fizzle out. But so it'll be interesting to see how game 1 works, because game 1, whoever wins the dice roll is most likely going to shotgun second. And the other person, the Burning Abyss deck has more ability to establish a kind of sizable board going second, or going first, whereas the Invoked deck, the strongest play it can do going first really is kind of establishing a Mechaba, which is okay, but a single negate is not sufficient against the Burning Abyss deck. So it'll be really interesting to see how that roll affects game 1.
There's one card I want to talk about, because we've said this every round. There's always been like a random old card from years gone by that's come back and it's just seen play again.
And we have Tom Rose.
This wins. I'm sorry, this is the greatest tag I've seen so far. I had someone tell it to me round 1. After we finished Luke's interview, he mentioned it in passing. I was like, yeah, sure, of course he is. And it is here on the deck list. Please tell me more about it.
So Tom is playing Witch of the Black Forest, and this is something that he's been tearing for the past couple of weeks. He's been withholding deck lists from regionals, because this is something that he's been testing for the event. So the idea with Witch of the Black Forest, for people who aren't familiar, is she lets you search a monster with 1500 defense or less from your deck.
Summon Skull traditionally was a really good target for that.
Yeah, exactly. You can search Summon Skull, you can search Metal Armed Bug. There's a bunch of large guys that you can search. Now, Witch spent a very long time on the Forbidden Unlimited list, and then she got errated. So now the card you search, you can't use its effects the turn that you search it. So that makes Witch and Sangan much better for searching cards like Hand Traps, where you search it and then during your opponent's turn you can use it. Tom, on the other hand, has realized that while you can't use the effects of the cards, you can still summon the cards, which means you can search out Orbital Hydrolander or other monsters which have crazy high attack, inherently summon themselves through game mechanic, and then are just really big guys. So it'll be really interesting to see how Witch of the Black Forest plays out in this matchup.
And I can just see here that I think we are ready to go over to the table now. And we've got the hands drawn, and they've been patiently waiting on us, just gushing over. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
It's a really interesting matchup.
So we're over now.
Cool. And so who won the dice roll here?
It was Leon won the roll, so he's making Tom go first.
So Tom's going first. Tom is probably the better person to go first in this matchup, just because, like I said, he's able to establish more of a board.
Yeah.
We see Ash Blossom resolving on Sekka's Light. It's kind of sad, but it's not massive for the deck.
Yeah,
we see him
mulligan his hand effectively as well.
Yeah. He gets to shuffle back into Kaiju, which wasn't doing anything in his hand, except looking cool. Yeah. Dowe-Ranger's a cool card. But yeah, so he has 4 cards to play with. His opponent has 4 cards as well.
Yep.
We see, I believe, Danger Tsuchinoko. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't step on the snack.
Yep. I'm quite sad you took the joke. The snake has disappeared from the pocket.
I was getting slightly warm.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so Orbital Hydrolander is hit. Tsuchinoko summons and draws a card. Can we get a look at Leon's hand for a second?
Yes, so Leon opening hand was the Ash Blossom, which we've seen.
So he has an impermanence for interaction, then he has Purple Nightfall, Instant Fusion, and Terraforming.
So he's got a fantastic hand, actually. He's got the full combo. And Tom's had to end it there. That Ash Blossom really came in, and the draw of the Sekka just wasn't as optimal as he had hoped.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Invoked player is going to be able to establish a lot of damage here. Tom's hand just isn't doing enough.
Yeah.
So we see Alistair searching Invocation. Invocation will be able to set, and then we'll be able to special summon the Purple Nightfall if we want.
What I love here about Invocation as well, I think it really sets it aside from a lot of other cards in the game, bless you, is the fact that it can make use of the hand traps after they've been used. Whether they're your own or your opponent's, you can just fusion summon them away, and away you go. Now, Purple Nightfall is searching for Blue Sky, yep, and the Blue Sky is going to get another search. I would assume here Indigo would probably be what he'll go for.
Probably.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, you only search the name that you don't already have.
Exactly. It's in Invoke Mechanite, I remember you only really run those 3.
Yes, that is correct. He has other ones in the side, but he only plays the 3 in the main. We're going to see him using each of the Mechanites.
Yep.
Because he's able to use the Tsuchinoko column. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to establish sufficient damage here. Or he'll be very close if he doesn't.
I don't think it'll be game, but I think he's going to hit for about 6,000 as a ballpark figure. It depends, because he's already normal summoned. Oh, he's got the instant fusion. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. This could be
instant fusion, and then he can set. He can set impermanence.
No, he's gone for the 1,000. Once again, an older guy. He's gone for the 1,000 Knights, and got the invocation back. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So 1,000 dice takes the snake.
Yep.
He then links away.
And there's the Decode Talker.
So Decode is currently on 2/8. Invocation is activated. We're going to make a second Mechaba. Decode goes up to 3/3, and that is game. Yeah.
And Tom's just revealing his hand just to show. He just didn't have anything there.
It was just full of big guys.
Yeah.
The Ghost Ogre on the Sekka's Light was sufficient to really stop him playing there.
Yeah. And that's a sign. Doesn't matter like how experienced a player you are, you always accept that sometimes you will just get those hands.
So Tom is siding in Artifact Lancia, which is quite strong against Invoked. It lets him shut down Invocation.
Yeah.
Or it forces the opponent to send Alistair from hand if he has one in hand. So
looking at these side decks, then, with Tom, we've seen quite a few times, and obviously the behaviour we're quite familiar with. With Leon, obviously, it's the first time we've seen this deck today. Looking at his side deck, what do you think he's going to go in?
So we assume we're going first here. We're going to side in 3 Book of Eclipse, 3 Solemn Strike most likely. That gives us the best ability to deal with what the Burning Abyss deck is going to try and do.
Yep.
The Book of Eclipse means that we can lock them off their BA monsters, and then Strike is just backup in case we don't draw Eclipse. Tom, on the other hand, is most likely going to bring in Lancia, possibly Dino Wrestlers.
I can see Punk Shops, if he knows he's going second, being quite viable.
He's thinking about his Kaijus here.
Yeah. I mean, the thing as well is one of the big cards that Leon's going to play is Macabre. If you can get that out turn 1, that's going to be a huge support, because it's a free negation, and it banishes as well, I believe, when it negates.
Yes. It negates, and if you do banish.
Yeah.
So Tom is taking out 2 Kaijus, it seems, and Witch of the Black Forest in order to put in Lancia. He's double checking to see if there's something he'd like to take out.
We didn't get to see Witch of the Black Forest. I was looking forward to that.
I mean, we hopefully still have 2 games.
That's true. Yeah, if we get to game 3, I would like to. I just want to see Witch of the Black Forest for Hydrolander. I think that could be hilarious.
And he's bringing in the Dino Wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
So that's what he's taking out for those. Okay, so presumably we're expecting him, especially we're seeing the Pankratops coming in, we're seeing the Artifact Lancias coming in.
Yep.
Tom's going to make Leon go first here.
Yes. I would be astonished if that was not the case.
Yeah. So again, if Tom is going first in the matchup, he can at least set up a Beatrice, and the Mech Knight deck only can really clear the Beatrice with a Boral Sword. Well, Boral Sword won't clear it, but Unicorn is the only way to clear it without letting Tom summon a monster from extra deck. And I believe that is Tom gesturing, saying you can go first.
Yep, we should get the hands
Rhino,
shortly.
Snake, Hydrolander, BA, and Sekka's Light. That looks
pretty good.
Better than the last one.
Yeah.
The Rhino is a really nice pickup.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to see what Leon's hand is. Hydrolander.
No, he had a Kaiju as well. I think he had Dowe-Ranger. No, he didn't. Okay,
No,
just
it's
Hydrolander. Okay.
BA, Rhino.
I think to make that hand perfect is a Kaiju now for the Macabre, and then he's fine. We can hope.
Yeah.
He doesn't want for much. Leon's hand, here we go. Caught by the Grave twice. Strike, Magical Meltdown, and I think that's an Impermanence.
Yeah.
So he's going to get the
That's
Alistair,
a very good going first hand.
Yeah.
Like, that's an insanely good going first hand. So,
I don't think he can fusion summon though.
That is true.
So
that is
it's
the one
good,
flaw with it.
but there was like he's going to be left with a 1,000 attack monster and not much else to do with it.
Yep.
Which is I mean, defensively he's got a lot. Called by the Grave is incredibly good against Burning Abyss, but I'm concerned.
Tom is also safe here because pretty much all of the monsters in his deck are dark types.
Yes.
So unless he gets into a Dante, there's not really much that Leon will be able to
Yes, this is very true.
summon with Invocation.
Well, he drew the Farfa and something else there. I can't see
Gets
what
to
that.
draw two. I think it was Farfa and Hydrolander.
Another Hydrolander. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to special summon a Burning Abyss monster. Farfa in defense mode. Special summon another Burning Abyss monster.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The Burning Abyss deck, the cards, you can just play them as just special summons.
Yeah. And now the Dante's going to come down. I think Leon's going to strike that maybe? Or do you think he'll wait for a bigger monster?
I'm not sure that Dante is the right card to strike because Tom can always just summon another one. Like, if you strike here and you assume the Burning Abyss player can't establish anything else...
The thing is, though, is whatever he adds back with Dante, he can't then summon because he's already used its effect.
Well, he can still normal summon the card.
He's got the Rhino, though. He'd rather normal summon that, surely.
Yeah. For sure, the Rhino is a good normal summon here. He's going to add back Farfa.
Yeah.
Called by the Grave, targeting Dante.
Oh,
I think that's fine for the Burning Abyss player.
Yeah, I suppose if I was Leon, I might have left that there.
Is that a tour guide in his hand? I think he might
no,
have tour
he did
guide.
not draw tour guides.
So Tom is reading Called by the Grave. So now that he has the Farfa, he'll be able to summon Dante. He won't be able to use the effect, but he'll be able to pay the cost of Beatrice's summon condition in order to summon Beatrice. And then he should be able to get Hydrolander live with his hand.
The problem he has is Called by Grave once per turn?
No, it is not.
Right, so this is going to be another thing, is that when Tom now goes to do anything Grave, like for example, he did draw a tour guide.
Oh, here comes Impermanence.
Yeah, 100%.
So now,
and I think at this point, Tom's turn kind of ends, surely.
Danger Shinoko is going to activate.
Oh, of course, the day.
So no matter what happens, Danger Shinoko is summoning.
At this point, Tom is calling Kenny logins, he's in the danger zone, he's off.
So Hydrolander is hit here. Tom does not care about Hydrolander. He gets his draw.
And he's got the rank 3 play.
Yeah, so he's able to get the rank 3, and he still has the Burning Abyss in hand to establish Beatrice.
And he's got a Second's Light as well to shuffle a card.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
So a really important interaction here
is
that Beatrice is able to respond to...
Is it negated or is it you can't activate?
I believe you cannot activate the effects of the card.
They're just confirming the text now. We'll get it up here as well. Because I believe it's you can't activate. But I could be wrong, because someone knows the deck better than I do. Its effects are negated, so he can still pay the cost of the effect. Wow!
Dante is such a strong card.
This is insane.
Yeah. So that's a mill tree. He has a Hydrolander in hand. Big boy coming down.
Jeez, that's just insane now.
This is a lot of potential damage.
Yeah, he's milling through again. Rhino.
Sending Rhinos.
Wow, that is the... he's got 2 Rhino
and we have Snow Engrave. And he also has Malicious.
Oh my god. And there's Call by the Grave on... What is he hitting on that?
He could target Hydrolander.
Or is he trying to get it so it's under 10?
Hydrolander is just 2 monsters.
Yeah.
So he's going to target Malicious. Presumably Snow might chain here just
I don't think
to get herself onto the board.
Does it need to though? Because yes, he stops Mally, but Tom has just so much right now, and he
does. He has the Rhino send.
Yeah. The only way to... he can Rhino send Seer as well.
No. I would...
Oh, no, there's no point.
He already has sent Skarm, so I would say... Yeah, so we see that Snow is being summoned here.
Okay.
I would say the most likely thing to be sent off Rhino would be the Fabled monster, if Tom is playing it. Yeah. Sulcius.
Okay, what does that do? Because that's been
so you can discard 2 cards from your hand to summon it.
Okay.
Is it summon or add back to hand? But regardless, it lets you pitch cards from your hand. Okay. And it's not a card that he particularly wants to draw either.
So it's a level 6. Oh, so this is for the Bitcher play with Malicious, isn't it?
He's banishing his Sekka's Light, and he is opting not to resolve Rhino Warrior's effect.
Okay.
Interesting to note that Rhino Warrior's effect would not be able to activate in... So
he's summoning Bitchers here, so
North
he's actually
America.
probably thinking he can just go for game like this?
And
because of course Leon played the Solemn Strike.
Yes.
Solemn Strike did it! Oh my god, what a game! And Tom just showing like why he's got the accolades he does.
Yeah.
Just coming back from that was incredible.
And even just making sure to check cards like Call by the Grave.
Yeah.
Like
this is the thing is when it comes to card design, people like look at the cards in a certain way because the single words on these can make such a difference in whether, in this case, where Tom could have lost a 1. If that card had said you cannot activate, I don't think Tom would have had that game.
Yeah. No, I think that was quite a tough game to get through for Tom.
Yeah, I mean, Leon on paper opened all the cards he could ask for. Like the only way to have made that better would have been had summoned a Macabre somehow.
Yeah.
That was true top tier level play, and it really shows the caliber you can be with the practice and the graft, and you really study everything your deck can do.
Yeah. So we're going into game 3. Tom has to assume that he's going first here.
Yes.
Presumably Panceratops is going to come out. We know that he's not going to bring in any of the Spell and Trap lineup. That has remained the same since his last event. So at London he was playing Triple Twin, Triple Red Reboot, and 1 card Destruction.
Yep.
That doesn't really do anything here. You don't want to be card destructioning against a deck that loves graveyards.
Yeah, the danger really kicks off then.
I mean, if you managed to make the invoked player discard all of their invocations, it's fine. But
I mean, that would be just incredible. I mean, to be honest, after some of the matches we've seen today, I wouldn't be surprised. I could see it happening. I really could.
So Tom is going to want to end on a board where he can establish a Beatrice, get a Snow Engrave to protect himself. Leon is really looking to just summon a bunch of Mech Knights.
Now, I think what's really important to remember here is these guys, we didn't mention it earlier, are 6-1 at the moment.
Yes.
So they are on the bubble to make the top prizes. Like we said earlier, it's a regional, so there's no top cut.
Yes.
But the prizes do come into it, the playmats, the points as well, because Tom is going for the World's Invite with the points race. But the thing is, I want to say about Leon here is Leon opened, like I said, Strike and double Call by the Grave. Now, if you're against an average Burning Wisp player, you have game. There's no doubt. They are phenomenal cards. And then just to lose like that in 1 turn, it has, and then being featured as well, that has to play on Leon's mind.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Again, the hand wasn't perfect because he couldn't manage to make a Mechaba. Or a Raijin or any sort of interaction, but it was really close to being a very solid hand. It's possible that it might have been right to set Alistair rather than summoning it, but that doesn't seem like it would really do much. Again, the Alistair was cleared off the board by the Orbital Hydrolander. We're going into game 3.
Yep, and nice bit of sportsmanship there, shaking hands. I know both players for years, and they are both really nice, genuine guys. Very relaxed. Leon, I've seen him X2 drop events. I've seen him top and win events, and he's always the same face. He's always very chill, very relaxed, takes it in his stride. Nice guy.
UK player base are really lovely.
Yeah, there's some really nice guys there, and they don't go appreciate it. And Tom's a really good champion of that, actually. That's why I think everyone's so happy to see him win national championships this year. He's and there's the Ash again.
I mean, you have to assume they have the Ash. Yeah. He has Delancey in hand. It's quite possible that he just passes turn here.
Yeah, Tom has Scarm, and if he has another BA, he does. He has Barber.
Yeah. So what does his opponent have in hand?
He has Double Ash, Invocation. I called by the Grave. I can't see what that card is.
I believe that is the World Legacy quick play spell.
So we're just seeing a corner of a card. It's basically they open the hand slightly to the judge. So he's putting the BLS back in. I like that. It's not going to do anything this turn. He's got a Dante on the field. He can make a Dante this turn, no problem at all. And then he gets the Scarm Search in the end phase. But I think he's looking to get another Burning Abyss monster to get that, or even Rhino Warrior.
I think if you're only making
there's a Rhino Warrior.
There's a Rhino Warrior.
There it is.
Godly top decks from Mr. Thomas Reyes. I mean, this is all you could really want.
I promise we are in another room. I did not just.
Wow. Yeah, I mean.
Torgaz shown Jackalope and Malicious.
Okay, so Tom has two choices here. Again, he's able to either just sit on a Beatrice and pass, or he can just hope that his opponent doesn't have a good hand and just kind of establish the biggest board he can, because Malicious is a really good extender for this deck.
The thing is, I mean, Tom doesn't know this, but at the moment, Leon has no way to make an invoke summon, and he doesn't even have any Mech Knights.
So he'll be able to get Purple Nightfall and then summon Blue Sky.
What's that gonna do?
So Blue Sky will let him search Mech Knight. If he top decks Meltdown or Alistair.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it's going to be insane. But don't forget as well, I mean, Tom, I've seen him do this before where he, he does these combos that...
But again, Tom has Lancey in hand. Here comes Easel.
Is this now, she's left Noble Knights, she's gone, I've had my fun, let's go back to... let's just do this.
Grabbing Blackluster Soldier, the classic. Did you ever Did you ever think you would see a day when Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning was just casually searched from the deck?
I remember, this is going back a few years now, I was actually featured at YCS, and Rob, who some of you may know from past streams, he was very upset with me because... And there's the Beatrice, and you can use the effect this turn.
Hard-made Beatrice.
Wow, this is true skill. But yeah, no, I actually top-decked Battle Soldier for the win. I felt like a bad person, but now he's searching it.
Yeah, this is crazy. The amount of extension that this deck can do with the new tech that's in it. And particularly, if you look, Tom has so much control over his graveyard as well.
And he's got the snow, it's just...
The Burning Abyss deck is really interesting from a deck building perspective, because up until very recently, the convention in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that you play as many copies of a card as you can, so that you see it more frequently. And this deck really pushes that idea. Now, you can treat each of the Burning Abyss cards as effectively the same card from deck building, but it's really interesting to see.
This is something interesting. I saw Tom just before the start of the tournament when he was deck building with Luke Parks, who we saw in round 1.
Yeah.
Now, he's crossed it off on his deck list, Triple Burst Dragon. This could have been Triple Burst and Beatrice, because he's got the Malicious.
Yeah.
So at this point, I mean, Tom's probably going to go for Decode. I can see that happening, or potentially, because Soul's done its thing now. I can see Decode going on the field. Oh no, he's passed. Okay, so there's the drones. But Triple Burst could have been very interesting. So he top deck. Oh no, that last card wasn't World's Legacy. It was drones.
It could quite possibly be drones.
Yes, it is. No.
I think he still has World Legacy.
Yeah, I think he still has World Legacy. Okay.
So top deck, we assume is drones.
Yeah.
I mean, drones is a really strong card.
Yeah.
Here comes a Kagari. Kagari add back drones. He has a free link too. He can summon Alistair the Meltdown Invoker.
Yeah. Okay. But then counts for the fusion.
Yes. Yeah. But again, we have Lancey in hand, so that fusion spell's not resolved.
The other thing we have as well, I don't think he's used Beatrice this turn, so he could send Farther and banish Alistair.
Beatrice has no materials on her now.
Has she used her effect twice?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay. I thought she only used it once.
I think so. That or he has the materials just...
Because I was going to say, because if he's got material underneath it, he can send Farther, banish Alistair, and at which point Leon's turn kind of just ends.
There is a Sulcius and there is a Malicious in Graveyard, which makes me think that Beatrice has used her effect.
He might have just sent Snow, then, to be which is a very good defensive play.
Okay, So Alistair comes down.
I know, there's the instant fusion. This, I think, is actually going to be for the Millennium Eyes Restrict to take the snow. Oh, he's going for the Thousand Eyes. I thought he'd go for the Millennium Eyes to bait out the snow. I was going to say we'd do that.
Thousand Eyes is a really cute card. We've not seen it.
And it counts as a fusion
kind of
effect as well.
Pops in and out of play.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of the interesting cards in this deck. Because basically you can instant fusion it into the extra monster zone. And then when it gains control of an opponent's monster and equips it as an equip spell, you can put that in the column behind it, and then you can summon a Mech Knight.
Yeah.
So it makes instant fusion a one-card summoning space for a Mech Knight. And in fact, you can set the instant fusion, summon a Mech Knight in the column.
And there's the Call by the Grave on the snow. Lancia!
Yeah, Lancia.
Wow.
Lancia is really strong here.
And that is Tom there, just playing the resources, playing with his perfect deck building. And there's the snow. And the snow's... Wow.
That is back-breaking.
Yeah.
I
mean... He's still got the Invocation in hand, so he can still fusion summon?
No, because Invocation has to banish the cards on field.
And he's under Lancia, of course.
Yeah. So if he... What the Burning Abyss player here would want to see is the Invocation activated and then chain the Lancia.
Yeah.
Because then you make the Invocation resolve without effect.
Yeah, but of course, at this point, he had to... Call by the Grave was too important.
I mean, as we established earlier in the day...
And he's past his turn. There's the Gallus, which we know Tom for so well. For Joel up for 200
damage.
Not as big as we've seen him do on other streams.
No, it's like
I've still got flashbacks to seeing that. I was working at the con next to the show, and I remember just switching on my brakes for, I'll go see what's going on, and see him mill the Kaiju.
Yep. So we're gonna link
we know love and
summon a Cerberus.
Wow.
Pop the second.
And he sends the Graph, and he can summon. Here he could summon Seer, maybe.
He still has Seer in deck as far as we know.
Yeah, Seer for Dante makes sense. Or there's the Seer for Dante.
If he has access to another light monster, he can summon Curious here. Wow. I don't think he needs to summon Curious here, but it's more just saying.
And then he's gone for the Link 3 now. I think he's
no, Curious is 3.
Yeah, no, but it's 3 different monsters. And there's a BLS, and there's game! As only Tom knows how to do it, dropping the BLS for that added, damage.
That's crazy.
Absolutely amazing, and didn't see it coming. It was just, that's a pretty good field, and I won.
Yeah,
amazing.
The amount of power that the Burning Abyss deck has, it just, it uses so many resources, and it just ends on these, insane board states.
That's just incredible. That was a fantastic game. Yet again. And
Leon played as well as he could. He tried to play through all of the outs.
Yeah. I think we need to honor the fact that Leon didn't misplay. There was nothing he did wrong. He played his advantages the right way. He picked the right cards. But Tom just saw every play 2 steps ahead.
But again, it's a case of this is not a favoured matchup for Mech Knight Invite. You're not playing it to beat Burning Abyss.
Yeah.
And so in this matchup where both decks want to go second, we can clearly see that the Burning Abyss deck is favoured because it's slightly more flexible. The Mech Knight deck has a lot more potential to just push a lot of damage onto the board. Like Purgatrio is insanely powerful. We didn't see it here, unfortunately.
No, I think that would have been a highlight moment if not in this matchup, but maybe Purgatrio on a Scapegoat. So I always want to see it just.
But yeah, this was a really great game to watch. So I think we'll come back in a few minutes with an interview with Tom.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. We'll see you guys shortly. And welcome back, guys. I'm joined with Thomas Rose, who just won round 7 at the UK Open Tree. So, Tom, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I see you're sticking with Burning Abyss. It seems to be all we know you for these days.
It's all I know.
It's all you know. I mean, you played it at Utrecht, you played it at Nationals, you played it at London, you topped all of those events, you won Nationals. How is the deck so good? Like, it's been 4 years, and you're still just summoning Dante.
I honestly don't think the deck is so good. I think that it's just good enough to stay competitive, and it's the deck that I'm most familiar with, so I get some value out of just like having a lot of practice. I've put in a lot of hours. Like, I don't have the ability to test during the week as much as I would like to for these events, so having a deck that I've already banked hundreds of hours of playtime just through sheer number of events makes my life a lot easier. And also, as I say, I don't think it's the strongest deck in the room, but that means that it kind of takes the heat off from what people are side decking a little bit.
Sure.
It's versatile, and it doesn't easily get shut down unless you're finding people playing Ghost Reaper for the Dante.
Yes.
And even then, there are ways of playing through it. You can just go for the Link monsters in the extra deck and try and OTK directly with those.
Did you know what you were playing against this round going into
the
matchup? Okay. Did you both know what each other were on?
Yeah,
okay.
We both. So Leon, kind of similarly to me, is a man that's known for a deck that he likes to play.
Right.
So I knew what we were expecting going in. We were both hoping to win the die roll so that we could tell them to go first.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the standard procedure in a format full of FTK.
Of course. So how did you feel? Were you like, Mech Knight, easy matchup, or were you worried going into it?
I was worried. I was kind of fortunate in that the side deck choices that I'd made was a bit of a hedge against what I thought was going to be the rise in popularity of the Rongnominiad deck.
Yes.
So I'd put in the Lanciers specifically to counter that deck. I was like, those are going to be coming in here.
Yeah, the Lancia, as we saw, it just ended that last game there. It's such a versatile side deck card. Are there any other things about that matchup that you were really considering? Like, Called by the Grave seemed to be very impactful, but it just wasn't enough.
Called by the Grave is really huge, and if it resolves, it causes me a lot of problems. We did have the interesting moment there where I was still able to use everything that I wanted to use on my Dante. He just stayed at 1,000 attack. Yeah. It's not the biggest of problem. I think I made a bit of a mistake there. I should have summoned the Beatrice sooner, discarding Calcab, and I could have forced out the last back row before I'd had to commit so much that turn. So, a bit of a mistake there, but Dante pulled through, as he always does.
There's one last thing I want to talk about, because we brought this up when we were going over the deck lists. You're playing one Witch of the Black Forest.
Oh yeah, he's great.
How? Why? What does she do in the deck?
So it diversifies the types of monsters in my deck to help facilitate summoning Curious. Curious gets the snow on your turn so that you're free to use the Beatrice for Farfa on your opponent's turn. And then when you link away the Witch, you just search for a Hydrolander, slam it down. You can't activate the effect of Hydrolander that turn, but it doesn't matter.
It's just a big guy.
Yeah,
you can search Dark Armed as well, right?
You can search Dark Armed, but Dark Armed is much less of an effective search target, because if you search for a Hydrolander and put it on the board, it's only prevented from using its effect that turn. As soon as you pass turn, if you haven't killed them, you have a live Hydrolander on the board.
Yeah, that seems pretty relevant. I think that's all from us for now. Good luck in the last round, and we will see you guys for round 8.